Are you going through a bad time in life? Can't figure out how to fix things? Let me ask you this. Are you trying to fix it on your own, or are you giving to somebody that can fix it? Jesus is the one that can fix your life. If you want to actually get things fixed, give it to Jesus, let him take care of it. Once heard a little story about the couple that was out sitting at the table, half the night going by, trying to figure out how to deal with their bills, how to deal with this, how to deal with something else. Finally, their son comes out and he says, "Mommy, Daddy, why don't you go to bed and let Jesus take care of this? He's going to be up all night anyway." And that's true. He never slumbers. He never sleeps. He's always up. Why should we lose sleep if he's up watching over us all the time? He's watching over you when you don't even know he's watching over you. I mean, he spoke the entire world into existence, the entire universe. You think your problem's too big for him to fix? Just hand it over to him. But here's the thing. You've got to actually hand over to him whatever's going on. You can't sleep, give it to Jesus. You have anxiety, give it to Jesus. You have anger issues, give it to Jesus. You can't run from your past, give it to Jesus. He'll give you rest from your past. But that's the trick. Give it to Jesus. I don't mean in words and fake actions. I mean actually give it to him. Open your heart up to him and let him come in and take care of it. Not only the things that you're dealing with, but the things in your heart. Because a lot of times what we're dealing with is for hurt because of what's going on in our heart. So the quickest, simplest way to fix things is to just give it over to Jesus and let him take care of it. But truly give it to him. Don't go up to the altar, kneel down, pray, lay it down there, and take it with you when you walk away. He's not going to fix it that way. When you lay it down at his feet, leave it at his feet. Don't pick it back up and take it with you. Leave it there. If you want a person to solve a problem, you can't expect them to solve it if you're not giving it to them to solve it. If you're taking it with you, I'll work on myself a little bit while I wait for you. No, it doesn't work that way. He doesn't want us to work on it a little bit ourselves while we're waiting on him. He wants us to wait on him. Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is not yet. But he will always get you through whatever you're going through. Sometimes you're wanting certain answers to your problems that he can't give because those answers are not appropriate. Those answers are not going to help you. Those answers are not going to be good for you. So you have to yield yourself to what he wants. Don't go and take a problem to him and say, okay, here's how you fix it. No, it doesn't work that way. You take the problem to him and say, I don't know how to fix this. You take care of it. And that's what he wants. You might think, oh, I'm burdening him, I'm being very too blunt, I'm being too forward, I'm asking too much. Guess what? That's what he wants you to do. If he didn't want you to bring it to him and lay it at his feet, he wouldn't have came. He wouldn't have taken the stripes. He wouldn't have taken the cross. That's what he expects us to do. But he expects us to also let go of it when we put it there. You can't hold on to it and expect him to take it from you and do something about it. You've got to let go of it. But you also have to let go of your life. You have to let go of your heart. You have to let him have complete control of it. That's why you see so many Christians that are not living the life they should be living, because they have not given Jesus complete control over their life. It says in the Bible that you will become a new creature, and you will if you give him complete control. Now people think that when it says you become a new creature, that means that you're not going to sin no more and you're not going to make mistakes. First of all, you're going to make mistakes. You're human. It's a given. Again, Jesus wouldn't have came if we didn't make mistakes. But that's not all what's talking about. It's not talking about a person's sin. It's not talking about the way a person deals with certain sins or how they stand up for sins or anything like that. It involves your very life. I've gotten to, I used to be one, I worried about everything. You can ask my wife. I worried about everything constantly. This little thing would happen, I'd freak out. But I've gotten to the place now where I think, okay, Jesus has got me this far. Is he going to drop me now? Nah. He's not going to get you this far and then abandon you. Say, okay, you just had too many problems. No, it doesn't work that way. And I've gotten to realize this, and that's the way I've gotten to be with my attitude. Not saying things don't bother me sometimes. I get upset just like everybody else does. I worry just like everybody else does. But I'm letting things roll off my back a little more. When bad things are happening, I say, you know what? It's going to be okay. Jesus is going to take care of it. He'll fix it for me. That's where the being a new creature comes in, because you're not going to worry about things. It's going to affect everything you do. It's not just going to affect whether you sin or not. It's not going to just affect how you act at work. It's going to affect how you think, how positive you are, things like that. I've been told that lately I've been becoming very positive. And I asked the one person, am I becoming positive because of the good things that happened lately, or the good things happening been why I'm positive? And he looked at me and said, it's probably a little bit of both. And he's right. Good things will happen to you when you're positive, but the more good things happen, the more positive you get. It's a chain reaction. But you've got to make the first step, and that's giving it to Jesus, letting him have your heart, letting him guide you the way he wants you to be, not the way the world wants you to be, not the way fellow Christians want you to be. You're going to hear different opinions from different Christians as how you do this. You don't go by that. You go by what Jesus tells you to do. So you open your heart up, you let him come into your heart, and he'll take care of the rest. He'll give you that positive attitude you need to get through these hard times. Jason Crabb has a song, Through the Fire, and in that song he says that God never promised you wouldn't go through the fire. He promised he would go through it with you. You're still going to have to go through hard times. You're still going to go through times of losing loved ones. You're still going to have struggles. If you're getting over an addiction, you're still going to have struggles with that. If you're trying to control your anger, you're still going to have struggles with that. If you're in a marriage that looks like it's going to break apart, you're still going to have struggles with that. God doesn't tell us we're going to have a bed of roses, but Jesus will go through the struggles with you. He will give you peace, and he will give you rest, and he will get you through them. You just have to let him in your heart and let it be on his time and his terms. Don't tell him when, don't tell him how. Just say, take care of this, and he'll take care of it. I recently saw a Facebook page that if Jesus is knocking on your door, or if Satan is knocking on your door, just say, Jesus, will you get that for me, please? And that's the fact. Don't tell him how to deal with it. Just say, take care of that. Deal with him. And he'll go and he'll deal with him. And he'll keep him out of your life. But you've got to let him deal with it. At work, one of the worst things I hate is to be micromanaged. I'm one of those, I tell them, tell me what you want done. Tell me what you want done. I'll take care of the rest. Well, guess what? Jesus is that same way. He tells us, tell me what you want, I'll take care of it. Give me your problems, I'll take care of it. Don't tell me how to do it. Don't tell me when to do it. Don't give me instructions as to what you want done or how you want it to end up. Just give me the problem. That's what Jesus is saying to us. Do we do that? Do we give him our hearts like that? If not, that's where you need to start. Start by giving him your hearts. Once you completely open up your heart and give him your heart, you take away the things he don't want you to have, find out how good you sleep that night once that's done.